But this film is based on budget
No.
is concerned.
No, not at all. This is also based on content only.
Okay.
Yeah. The content is expensive, that's all.
But the last four.
So what is working in box office is not big or small budgets, it's good or bad films. As far as I am concerned, there are only two types of films: good films, bad films. Okay. No, everything else is secondary. I hope I have made a good film. This particular good film just happens to be a very expensive good film. That's all. When you see this film, what you think is the budget of the film. And I'm going to put a challenge out there. I'm going to put a challenge out there. Your guess will be more than the actual budget. And that is Malayalam cinema.
You have properly understood the question,
Yeah.
and you have properly answered it. I must appreciate.
No, I also know, as an extension to my answer, I have to tell you that I am a firm believer that budget is not decided by the director or the producer. The budget is
content decides it.
Budget is purely decided by the written word. So when you finish writing a script, you understand that this might entail this kind of money to be made. You have two decisions to make at that point. Either you drop it. You decide this is not going to be possible, so we are not going to make this. But if you select that script and decide to make it, then you have to go all out and do it justice. So I have to tell you that Mohanlal sir and I, the moment we finished the first narration of the script, both of us were very aware that something like this is unheard of in Malayalam in terms of the scale, the canvas and everything.
That's what it is.
And I was half expecting sir to tell me, son, you have dreamt too big this time, so let us think of something else. But it is only because of his confidence. He is the one who told me, whatever you want, let's do this. It's only because of his confidence this film became possible. And every single penny that could be spent on making the film has been spent on making the film. Mohanlal sir and myself, we have not taken a single rupee from this film.
Fantastic. This is the width of comprehension you could draw from my question. You have answered it for almost 3 minutes.
Like my trailer, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And another important question.
One more.
Yes, one more.
Okay.
One more. See, you have made Lucifer.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic run in all the languages. Even that was witnessed by Telugu people also in Malayalam version.
Yeah.
People loved it and liked it
thank you so much. Thank you so
Of course, all kudos to him.
Absolutely.
And now it is coming on a franchise model on the second part 2.
Yeah.
Was there any challenge for you as a director of the film to fabricate the second part, the line of the story, and evaluating his character, which was most loved by all the languages in the country?
Yeah.
Was there any challenge for you in the second part?
So I have to tell you that the second part of this franchise is not a sequel that was born out of the success of the first part. This was always envisioned as a 3-film franchise. We always had 3 films in mind to complete the story arc of this franchise. But the thing is, back in 2016, when my writer and myself first started conceiving the project, words like universe, franchise, part 1, part 2 and all were not very popular. When did Bahubali 1 release? 2006, correct. So even before Bahubali 1 released, we had started thinking of this film. So back then if I had gone and told my producer, this is actually a universe with 3 films, he was, I'm mad, So because it was not very usual. We knew that if the part 1 did not work, there was no point in us saying, actually, we have a part 2 and part 3. Nobody will want to make it, right? So we actually divulged information on this being a franchise only on the day we were celebrating the success of part 1.
Fantastic.
That is when we said, we actually have a part 2 and part 3. Having said that, part 1 was finished at a point where if a part 2 and part 3 does not happen, it is still okay. You show a film, you tell a complete story, and then you finally finish off the film saying the character you saw all this while has another identity, and the film finishes there.
Yes.
With part 2, we have taken a big risk. I'll tell you what.
Yes, correct.
Because at the end of part 2, we finished this film at a point where now we have to do part 3.
In my conversation, I told that we have the habit of accepting films from all over the state. Please try and watch my film.
Madam, Madam, I distributed Salar in Kerala. Prithviraj Productions distributed KGF 2 in Kerala. So, So
See, I only went to for the release of Pushpa.
yeah,
This is a beautiful fraternity. Let us meet together and let us create beautiful movies.
Have you seen Aadu Jeevitham, Prithviraj sir's Aadu Jeevitham?
What a question.
And no. Do you like Prithviraj sir as a actor or as a director?
I like Prithviraj as a person.
Directing as such a hero, very difficult.
No.
I mean, if you have any one more scene, did you tell him any hesitate scene?
you know why some actors become legends? Because they are very easy to work with. The legends are the easiest actors to direct, actually. Mohanlal sir is the easiest actor to direct. Yeah.
Do you think that I'm that complicated?
That I will not make this a studio film. This is not a film shot against green mats or inside studio. I will go to real locations and film everything for real. There is very little CGI in the film. All the explosions and the choppers and everything that you see in the film are all real. Which then meant that I had to travel around the world for almost 2 years to sort of finalize the locations where I could shoot this film. Like, say, for example, we went to the US. One schedule of our film was in the US. Usually, when a film goes to the US, what do? Like, you shoot in a city, maybe 2 cities. So we went to the US with a big unit. We started shooting near Albuquerque in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Then we went to Gilman Tunnels. Then we went to Arizona. Then we shifted to New Orleans. Then we shifted to Yuma, White Sands. Then we shifted to New York. And we went to New Jersey. So can you imagine? And it's not like a 20-member unit. It's a big unit. We had to chart airlines, have special aircrafts and everything. So it was such a big logistical challenge. Then we went to the UK. And so when I'm dreaming, I can dream limitless. No. I wanted to close off the Waterloo Circle. I wanted to block off one whole tube line in London. The City and Waterloo line I wanted to close off for one day. And everyone, including the UK line producers who used to do these big Hindi, English films, told me it is not possible. They said it is impossible, you can't do it. I went straight personally to the London Council Transport Office and I made a request and I told them that this is what. And they agreed to it. And we did. So things like that we never knew were possible. That was the biggest challenge. So 2 years it took us to set up the project. And actually, we have only shot the film for 143 days. When I say only, for a film of this size, 143 days is not too bad, you know. So the shooting was very smooth because before that we could set up everything very well. Setting up was a big challenge. My cinematographer, myself, my assistants, we have traveled around the world for months on end. Yeah.
So Lucifer 2 is the more explosive before its release.
Yeah.
The box office numbers are in record level before its release.
Yeah.
What's going on in your mind, sir? Both Mohanlal sir and Prithviraj Kenya.
No, we are very happy and we are very thankful that people are so excited about the second part of Lucifer. And what is even more exciting for us is that the advance bookings in Telugu, in Tamil, in Kannada, in Hindi, those are all really surprising for us, you know. So actually we knew that Lucifer 1 had a lot of love from people across the country, but we didn't expect it was that's what I said when I spoke in the beginning, that these advance bookings are truly shocking even for us. And we are very thankful for it, and I really pray and hope that on 27th I would have lived up to your expectation. That's all.
What is the concept behind Empuraan title design with 2 red letters?
Some secrets we can't.
Please tell us.
Hi.
And
Last
fun,
2
I can't tell you.
questions, please.
Like George Gutti in Drishyam, some secrets can never be told.